If you do not have a track record of a good relationship with God, no matter how much you say you hear God's voice, there's a tendency you are a liar. Because how do you know the presence if you don't know the spirit? What they heard was that God's voice was working, right? And when they heard that voice, they hid, because what they were hiding from was what was working, and they hid from the presence of God. It means that a person cannot hear the voice of God outside the presence of God. It has to be in the presence of God that you hear the voice of God, because he can't be absent from you and yet you hear him still. The Bible spoke about Jonah. He said, and Jonah boarded a ship and went down to Tarshish, away from the presence of God. And what happened? A fish had to swallow him. The next time Jonah heard the voice of God was when he was at the bank. You must be at the place of the assignment to hear the voice. So one way to note that is not the voice of God is that you are not in the presence of God. The things that the voice is saying to you is not saying to you, it's not leading you to the presence of God. It's not the voice of God. It has to be what? The presence. But then how do I explain the presence? The presence is, number one, everywhere that the Spirit of God is, that's where the presence of God is. So as long as the Spirit of God is made manifest anywhere, the presence of God is there. If in your room the presence of God is made there, Holy Spirit is there, and his presence is made manifest, then you can hear the voice of God. You are sure that the voice of God is what you are hearing. That's why when we come to the church, we call it what? The presence of God. You know why? Because the Spirit of God is here. And God said, let there be light. After what? The Spirit of the Lord. If you do not have a track record of a good relationship with God, no matter how much you say you hear God's voice, there's a tendency you are a liar. Because how do you know the presence if you don't know the Spirit?